A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I covered Revenge of the Sith on this channel. Literally a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. All the way back in Season 1. We're already almost at the end of Season 2 with this episode, so... And this episode is covering Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, starring Mark Hamill, James Earl Jones, Ian McDiarmid, Frank Oz, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, Peter Mayhew, Kenny Baker, and Anthony Daniels. This is the last film of the original trilogy of Star Wars. Oh, and Billy D. Williams also is in it. This film released in 1983. And it's the completion of the original trilogy, which was 4, 5, and 6. I know Star Wars is messed up with its counting. Star Wars doesn't math. Emperor Palpatine is portrayed by Ian McDiarmid, and obviously he's a good Emperor Palpatine. Darth Vader is voiced by James Earl Jones. Good voice. And then R.I.P. James Earl Jones. And then Mark Hamill was Luke Skywalker. And he did a great job with the green lightsaber in this movie. Yeah, green lightsaber. It was actually going to be a blue lightsaber, but because of the Tatooine background, it got changed to green. And obviously, it made for an iconic scene where Luke is going to fall into the Sarlacc pit. And you have to see this movie. And then Han Solo is acted by Harrison Ford, which had just recently gotten off of Indiana Jones. Yeah. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Another great movie. Out there. And the actor of Chewie is obviously Peter Mayhew. R.I.P. He was 7'2". Peter Mayhew. So, he was tall. And then Anthony Daniels is the Worrywart C-3PO. Carrie Fisher, R.I.P. Princess Leia. And then I already covered Palpatine. Yoda is Frank Oz. Great actor for Yoda. And Kenny Baker is R2-D2. Another robot. Anyway, them blowing up the second Death Star, like the last sequence of the movie was well crafted, well written. The duel between Vader and Luke at the end of this movie was absolutely stunning. And I forget to mention that the music is by John Williams. Not like you didn't know that before. This film was not directed by George Lucas. This film was directed by somebody else. So was Episode 5. Episode 4 was directed by George Lucas. Kathleen Kennedy was also a part of this. And she basically took over for Star Wars after Episode 3 and the Clone Wars released. Yeah, messed up. Warwick Davis acts an Ewok in this movie, I believe. At the young age of 11. Or something like that. Which inspired actors like Peter Dinklage to act. Upon mentioning him, I think I know what Season 3, Episode 1 is going to be on this channel. Because it's a movie with Peter Dinklage in it. Sorry, I went on a tangent. I go on too many tangents on this channel. So, as I said before, the music in this film by John Williams. Not a shock for my audience. And cutting to my favorite part of this video, which is talking about the rating and the runtime. Now, this film was rated PG. Duh, it came out the year before PG-13 came out as a rating, so it was still cool for a movie to be rated PG-13. Like I said, it was directed by Richard Marquand. That's the director's name. And Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Billy D. Williams are all on the back of the case. I don't know. Yes. And then Lawrence Kasdan and George Lucas wrote the screenplay for the movie, and then music by John Williams. they always put the music on the composer on movies because, like, yes, and this is episode 6 instead of episode 3. This was episode 3 for a while, even before these movies came out. Episode 4 was just Star Wars, and then 5 was Empire Strikes Back, and then 6 was just Return of the Jedi by itself. They didn't have the Roman numerals until the prequels came out. And the effects have totally aged well. And then now, this is episode 11. This is the final seconds of episode 11 of season 2. And this is going to hopefully get me some views.